We're here with Coach Phil Parker, former MSU head wrestling coach and the first black coach in the Big Ten, discussing the new book, Melissa Justice, The Fall of a Wrestling Legend. So, Phil, during our last interview, we talked about your version of the American Dream. Could you please elaborate on that?
Well, it's like I said, the American dream to me was not about securing a white picket fence and a home, but it was more about how do we make it a better world. Because, like I said, I think Emmett Till's situation was a catalyst for my journey in life. Because when I heard my mother make the statement, why are men so evil with the way they decimated Emmett Till? And I think it's stuck in my mind. I think it was just a catharsis, and it's stuck in my mind to pursue that angle. And in college, I majored in sociology, okay, dealing with people. And I also got my master's in counseling, which is dealing with people. So I wanted to understand how people develop to that point of being evil.
So, Phil, what motivated you and author Landon Parker to come out with this story, your story, at this time?
Well, I remember when I was released from jail. My father-in-law, he recognized the depression that I was going through because of the situation, and he told me to let it go. And I appreciated him saying that, but at the same time, it was something that always stuck in my mind and will always be a challenge for me in life so that people understand the truth. And I spoke truth to power, and I'm ready to tell the story.
Phil, what unique angle did you bring to the wrestling world?
Well, what I did is I developed what I call the hip concept. And the hip concept allows you to control your opponent with the least amount of energy expended. And that's what most athletes would, just crave to have that understanding of how do I control this man or this competitor with the least amount of energy. And so wrestling is a sport where you're physically, in touch, in contact with your opponent. So it's important that you understand position. And I developed the hip concept so that you have the ultimate position, but not only the ultimate position, but you have the ultimate control of your opponent and confidence in yourself. And you don't care who it is because your confidence is at another level because you understand the why and not just the what.
In the book, there's a complete outline of the hip concept. What other advantages does the hip concept give a competitor?
Well, like I said, it gives you that confidence. And I think that for an athlete to reach his ultimate level of competition, you have to compete with confidence. And to compete with confidence, you got to know why you're doing something, not just what you're doing, but why you're doing it that way. And then you have no fear.
In a world that's so divided, how do you think people can come together?
Well, Abraham Lincoln said that all men are created equal, but he didn't have a chance to finish uh, his part of the Emancipation Proclamation in terms of understanding the pigmentation of man's skin. He died 5 days afterwards, so he wasn't finished with the understanding of what it means. And basically, I want to take that baton from Abraham Lincoln and deliver the understanding of how do we come together as a people. And you have to do that by understanding that there's a sameness about all of us in this world. But at the same time, it's God that creates that difference in sameness. It's not man. I mean, God, what he does is he molds us and he also colors us. I mean, different shapes, different sizes, but he also colors us. And there's four major colors on the human spectrum. There's black, there's white, and there's red, and there's yellow. And God, like I said, has colored humanity. So when I understand people getting angry and hating each other, you basically hating what God has done. God created that sameness, but he also creates that difference in sameness in sizes and also in colors. Man has no control over what color he has. And once you understand that, then you can understand equality.